Today we're going to look at 3 Prada Luna Rossa fragrances. We're going to look at Prada Luna Rossa Carbon, we're going to look at Ocean, and we're going to look at Black. I know there are some others in this line, but these are the only 3 I've tried, so let's get into it. So firstly, let's take a look at Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. This is probably going to be the most easiest to wear out of these 3 fragrances. This is very similar to my nose to Dior Sauvage. I'm sure you've heard that before if you've ever looked into this fragrance. Well, it opens up with bergamot and pepper. You've also got lavender. You've got ambroxan, which makes this very similar. They're very similar note breakdown to Dior Sauvage, especially the original Dior Sauvage. But this has an interesting coal or carbon note, hence the name, and it just gives it a bit more character and takes it in a slightly different direction than Dior Sauvage. Perhaps it's a little bit more clean, and I would say it's easier to wear. It's not as screechy and it doesn't project as loudly, and you haven't got that kind of metallic note that comes with the original Dior Sauvage. But this is a really nice fragrance to wear. I find that I don't particularly wear it all that much, and there's other things in my collection that I wear over this. I actually prefer to wear Sauvage EDP than this. But I showed these 3 fragrances to my girlfriend yesterday just to get her opinion on which one is best from a woman's point of view. And she said this was her favourite. So I suppose women like that kind of fresh DNA. Well, Prada Luna Rossa Carbon is a really good choice to go for if you like the fresh, easy to wear fragrances and you don't want Dior Sauvage. So up next, we're going to look at Prada Luna Rossa Ocean. This is the newest of the Prada Luna Rossa range, and I actually really like this. It's probably my favorite because this opens up like a very typical blue fragrance. Think something like Versace Dylan Blue. You've got bergamot, you've got black pepper, you've got lavender, sage. It's quite a typical opening. Very pleasant, really easy to wear. But once you get through the opening, you get a really nice kind of leathery suede note, and that's mixed with some sweetness, perhaps caramel, perhaps tonka bean, something like that. So you don't just get a typical blue fragrance, you get more character, you get more depth, and it's a really interesting fragrance to wear. It's not interesting in terms of every fragrance, but it's an interesting blue fragrance. So this for me is a really easy to wear everyday scent, but it's got a bit of a twist to it. So it's not just going to be a standard blue fragrance that a lot of people wear. It's got something different, and that's what makes it interesting to me. Performance is pretty good for an eau de toilette. And I think this is a really good release. So Prada Luna Rossa Ocean, a great fragrance to wear as a signature scent, I would say. And finally, we move on to Prada Luna Rossa Black. This, in my opinion, will be a lot of people's favourite. I also really like this as well, but I think Prada Luna Rossa Ocean just takes an edge for me. Let's spray it on a test strip. Now, this is very different to the other 2 that we just looked at. It opens up quite bright. You've got quite a fruity sort of bergamot type opening, but then that fades away quite quickly and it becomes a lot more sweet. You've got some amber notes, you've got vanilla, you've got patchouli. So it's a really sweet, more of a nighttime wearing fragrance, I would suggest. And that kind of goes with the name, I suppose. Prada Luna Rossa Black, more of a dark fragrance, more of a nighttime fragrance. And this also has musk in. Now, what musk does adds a kind of powdery vibe to this. So it's sweet, it's powdery, it's ambery, and really, really nice fragrance to wear. Get good performance with this. I think it's an eau de parfum concentration. Will last you a good 6 hours, I would say. And it's a really easy fragrance to wear. A nice fragrance to wear when you're going out. But I would suggest this could be worn pretty much all year round. It's not too heavy. It's not too sweet. So you could wear this as a signature fragrance. You could wear it to the office. You could wear it pretty much anywhere. But I do think it shines more in nighttime because of the way it's very sweet and powdery. But I could definitely see this one being a lot of people's favourites. But when I showed all of these to my girlfriend last night, she said this was her least favourite, and Prada Luna Rossa Carbon was the favourite. So take that as you will. Let me know which one is your favourite. Have you tried any of these? And let me know which one you would like to try.